That's true.
All right. Well, that says a lot about a man when he's more afraid of speaking before his peers instead of speaking before a group of armed men. Now, you say you don't want to be called a negotiator. You just want to be known as somebody who can talk, who can communicate, yes. Right? Yeah. And in previous hostage takings, Father Pierantoni, Father Benedetti, somehow your name came to mind when they needed somebody who was Italian, who happened to be Italian, yep. Who happened to know Mindanao, yes. For somebody to help secure the release. How did you get approached to do that if you were so afraid of public speaking in the first place?
Well, it was not a public speaking. I'd rather talk with the people which are, in an area than to be in a public. And knowing a lot of Maranaos where I spent a long time of my life, and I knew where the personality involved, and then talking through, their family and their friends and the reason, and I remember, it takes time, it takes convincing, and
to get the trust.
Yeah. It was a mutual relationship which became effective.
Do you think maybe they were also in awe of you? Maybe they felt awestruck because they said, oh, here's this European who knows our language and he seems to know our culture so well. So they seem to give you a little bit more respect.
Yes, yes. As a matter of fact, in 2001, they crowned me Sultan Makapundek Coranao Ragat in Malabang, and that was
That's a mouthful,
title. It was a title which I appreciate because the meaning was benefactor of people of the lake.
Well, did it make your job any easier at the time when you were being asked to help secure the release of the two priests? I mean, these are two separate occasions, right?
Yeah, two separate occasions, yes.
So it helped that you also had somehow that kind of a title bestowed on you.
Yeah, it was boosted a kind of respect that they have the local population for me. I had a very good name about doing good things for them, from mosque and books and school building, water in a place when they were going to pray. They didn't have any water, and water is a basic need for our Muslim brother to pray. And it was they came to me when they had a problem, a family problem, and it was satisfaction.
Yeah. But you're still an Italian citizen, right?
Well, yes, I am an Italian citizen, but I was made by act in 2001, February 2001, by the Congress, by the House of Representatives. Unanimously, they conferred me a Filipino citizenship.
So you are a full Filipino citizen as well? So you can run for governor in case
No. Absolutely.
No, well, you seem to be giving all of the constituents there what they deserve.
No.
Okay.
I don't want to get killed.
So you've been kept alive 30 years by your charitable work. If you step into politics, you believe it's going to be the end of you?
No. First of all, I did it especially. I became more involved when we found a foundation, because is a 3P foundation, is a USA.
3P is promotion for peace and
prosperity. Or for the Philippines. Actually, it should be PIL, but it was called Peace and Prosperity for the Philippine Foundation. And it's a U.S. foundation, and we did a lot since the 2001. And I'm very, very glad to say that I saw drastic and dramatic change in Sulu from the year 2000 up to 2009. I saw a big improvement.
Well, we're going to be talking more about the philanthropic works of Andy De Rossi and whether any of those philanthropic instincts really helped instrumentally to release Eugenio Vagni, because of all this talk that you actually gave them some kind of monetary benefit to change their minds. Stay with us. You're watching The Big Picture. We'll be right back. Welcome back to The Big Picture. I'm still talking to Andy De Rossi, Italian businessman and philanthropist who pledged to fund livelihood projects in Sulu in exchange for the release of kidnapped Red Cross worker, fellow Italian Eugenio Vagni. Well, Andy, who did you talk to, actually? Did you talk to any of the men who were holding Eugenio?
No, I didn't. I think the breaking point there for the release was mainly on when I talked with the wife and the relative.
The wife, not one of the wives who was arrested at the checkpoint. Not one of those wives.
Yes.
One of those wives.
Yeah. Yes, there were two.
Yeah.
Two wives, and they were, I think, some other relatives in which they were arrested because they were driving. It was the same day of the bombing, I think. And they were driving in a vehicle which didn't have any plate number. So they were stopped.
So
and
that really looks suspicious, doesn't it?
A big fan?
That really looks suspicious, driving around with a vehicle with a plate number.
I'm sure it does.
So you talked to the wife. Which one of these?
Honey. Mainly Honey. She's the one who, I think she was saying that she had about 4 or 5 daughters from Al-Badr.
Yeah.
And then the others. So when they start to talk to them the first night, obviously they were under investigation. So it was, I noticed it was proper under investigation. So it's not, there was no swap. They definitely, I'm a witness, then there was no swap.
So they were not released?
No, no, they were not swapped for the Vagni, you know, absolutely.
So were the women released? Were the wives of
I
released?
think they were released because they didn't find enough. There was a fiscal. They make an investigation. So it was a proper lawful procedure with the. It happened that at that particular time, in talking to them, they came and they knew me. They asked me if I was the one who put up the mosque in Panama in 2005 when it was burned during the time of the fighting with Malik. And then they asked me if I was the one who gave the cow of in Tugas in Patikul.
You gave a cow.
No, cows, many.
Cows.
What I did, we call a co-op in assistance with the Marines in order they have to be supervised properly, and they form a co-op, and I donate 20 cows, and then to each family, and then when they become bearing a calf, we give it to another family, and they use it for the tilting the land, and very successful. They're making money now. They are about 29 or 30, and
they remember.